when you've been through discussions with people who are looking, who are clearly interested in the space, what reasons are they giving you that they decided not to take it? I mean, David said it's not price, but what is it?
Yeah, so I haven't, I think it's somewhat covered this really, but I think it's generally the people who have come multiple times and genuinely seem interested, but either haven't yet given us a proposal or have turned away. From my understanding, discussion with Cushman is that they, the scope of doing construction work and opening a new restaurant, or not restaurant, or whatever use it might be, is kind of like a hurdle that they're having trouble getting through. So Cushman has now told us that price is a concern, because no one's even proposed a rent to us to say yay or nay to.
Could you get some more specifics on that? Because I mean, I think you can walk in and see in 5 minutes what kind of construction nightmare it's going to be. You don't have to really do, you can do back of the envelopes on that. So there's got to be another reason that they're not saying. I personally think it's foot traffic. But I don't know that.
Yeah, that was mentioned. I don't remember, I think it was Rick or somebody mentioned that was previously a concern. And I'm going to ask Cushman about that.
Except promise that there'll be more.
Except Olson doesn't seem to be worried about
no, they don't.
foot traffic. Because they got something that people want.
I get that.
So they get people from all over. From
I get
the
that, but I'm
Octagon,
thinking,
from Southtown.
right, but I'm saying if I were going to open a small store and I could do it either on 2nd Avenue where there are thousands of people walking by or Roosevelt Island, I would choose 2nd Avenue. Now they came here for a reason.
Yeah,
They
look
may
at
know
how many
something
stores
nobody
are
else
out of
knows. I
business
know
on
on 2nd
2nd
Avenue, but you know what I'm talking about. The place where there's more foot traffic. You
Right, that's gotta be the number one. I mean, obviously, any retailer wants sales. And, you know, sales per square foot is, you know, my 25 years at Bloomingdale's taught me that. We put the best things on one side because the other avenue got less sales per square foot. So, you know, it's gotta be foot traffic, and that's what we don't have.
Yeah, but look, why is the deli?
Because
the
it's
Korean store
a
open
very,
full all the
very
time?
needed product. There's not as many things that
They're
people
getting the
need
foot
close
traffic
to.
because the product is what
because
they
Yeah,
want.
but we should.
Yeah, but
get
what are those
next
other
to it.
products?
So pet store, very
No,
small pet store.
Pet store's not going to get the traffic close to market gets.
But it would be,
Just to say, it would be a much smaller kind of operation.
I mean, I can't even
Much
imagine
smaller
that the urgent
scale,
care
much
is gonna
smaller
get so much
store.
traffic. Is the urgent care gonna get a lot of traffic on this island?
Kids just
Oh,
this building
yes.
alone.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Really? Why?
People don't have their own doctors, or they call an ambulance if they have to go to the hospital? Like, what, I'm looking for that in between, like,
Oh,
why
that's
would,
the in between.
why would you go to urgent care if you have your own doctors?
See if you
or-
need to
Well,
go to
first
the
of all,
hospital.
if you've ever
Right.
gone to an emergency room in the hospital in New York
Well, no, I
City,
know.
you would never go again,
I know.
unless you were dying.
A bad cut,
So-
you need a few stitches, you don't wanna run into Manhattan.
We'll see.
You know, am I having a heart attack and you tell me, do I need to go to the hospital? I don't feel that bad, but.
You ask that question, they say.
Call 911 if I think I'm having a
Well,
heart attack.
Whatever.
You know, a
What's the
city
response to
MP
that?
just opened
Go to
across
the
the street from my
hospital.
apartment, and I was like,
Yeah.
who's gonna ever use
Yeah.
that? A week after it opened, I was food
You're in
poisoning,
there, right?
and I walked right across the
Yeah.
street.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
'Cause
Let's
My
hope
doctor
it does
is
well.
weak.
But as we said, that, you know, apart from food where people really want that close to home,
Yeah.
you know, we already have 2 dry cleaners, you know, we have 2 nail salons, you know. There's not, other than a hardware store, bakery, pet store, I just,
Stationaries, gift shop.
yeah, but I don't gift shop.
They don't get the
I
traffic.
live in New York City, I'm not gonna buy my gifts on Roosevelt Island, you know? It's gotta be something.
We cannot make any single copy anywhere in this island.
Yeah, that's
Because
why.
car shop is gone, and general store is
But
gone,
where is the
library
need
is
for the single
broken.
copy? There's 14,000 people on the
The
island.
Mostly
the
the
library
library,
makes
and most people have
copies.
printers now.
The library makes
No.
copies.
Yeah, the library
Oh.
makes copies.
Library,
When the machine isn't broken.
here.
Which
Well,
it is now.
Yeah.
But you take 14,000 people and you dwindle it down to maybe 100 that may need a copy once a month.
Right.
There's no foot traffic for that kind of stuff.
No, I mean not independent the copy machine shop, but some store.
Well, a
could have-
hardware store could easily be
Yeah,
a
right.
stationary store,
Yes.
hardware store, you know,
Yeah.
printing.
I think we're
Didn't the
wishing
library
this
say
away. I mean, I'm not going
people
to
can
hardware
make
store because I
copies at
pass
the
Home Depot
library?
on the way home.
Okay.